Hello, welcome Sreemanti. How are you doing today?
Hi, Melinda. I'm fine. That's Sreemanti, not Sreemanti.
Sreemanti. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
thank you.
Sreemanti. Hi. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Are you excited to start the session?
Of course, I'm excited. So my backdrop is showing reverse. I'm sorry about it. I don't know how it became a mirror image.
No, I think for us it's showing correctly. So
Oh,
for
wonderful.
you, I think it's showing the other way.
Okay.
Okay. So let me, before you start your conversation or your talk, let me give all our attendees a small introduction of you. Uh, and post that, the stage is all yours. Melinda?
Okay.
Yes, hi Sreemanti, this is Melinda Roy. So
Sorry,
I'll be
you are Melinda and she is. I missed
I'm
out.
our
Shruti.
host, Shruti. Okay,
Shruti. Hmm.
yeah. So thank you so much. So you are the second woman for this virtual summit 2022, 2024. Sorry. So yes, I would like to give a small introduction to the audience. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Sreemanti on the stage. So it is with great excitement and honor that I introduce our speaker, the esteemed Sreemanti Gijare. So a luminary in the holistic health domain with a master's degree from IIT Kharagpur and a distinguished 15-year career as a geoscientist. Srimanti's journey into the world of holistic well-being is both impressive and inspiring. Yes, that's true. So, Srimanti's unwavering commitment to health and healing has not only earned her numerous accolades, including with Gulf Achievers Award, the Wonder Mom Healer Award, and the 2023 World Peace and Humanity Award, but has also positioned her as a wellness icon. That's great. So, as we welcome Srimantis to the stage, let us open our hearts and minds to the transformative insights she brings. A holistic approach empowers individuals to unlock their subconscious mind's potential, leading to a life teeming with health and fulfillment. It's not just a talk, it's an invitation to embark on a journey of well being. Please join, please join me in welcoming the phenomenal Srimanti Gijare. So that was really a wonderful presentation, Srimanti. We are so honored that you are the second woman who is giving her wonderful presentation to the audience. So yes, welcome Srimanti on the stage. So now the stage is all yours.
All the
Thank you
very best.
so much. So, am I live already?
Yes, you
Yes.
are. Yeah.
Perfect. So, am I completely audible? I'm going to share my screen. So,
Yes.
thank you, everyone. Thank you, Melinda, and thank you, Shruti, for this wonderful welcome. I
Very
am
sure.
honored. I'm honored to be a part of this summit wherein world's best are performing, giving their piece of information and guiding everyone. I'm so looking forward. So, just tell me if you can see my presentation. Hold on. Can you see? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we're able to see your screen. Go ahead, please. All the very best.
No, wait. You're not able to see, correct?
We are able to see the screen.
No. No. Are you able to see my uh, PD? So it cannot be a PPT, right? It has to be a PDF, right?
No, the PPT also works actually. If you can
No, I
click that.
cannot. It's not showing.
I think
It
you're
is
sharing
showing.
only one window. Can you share your
No,
entire screen?
I am doing that. 1 second. Because my PPT is open and I can't, it is not showing me.
Yeah, that's why you have
Share
to
a
share
screen.
entire window.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So if my PPT, so when I'm able to see, done it. Okay, thank you. Sorry about the confusion. Am I, is it visible now?
Yes, yes, it is. You can use the presenter mode so that you know.
Yeah, 1 second. This is perfect. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So, today I'm going to take you guys on a journey of mind and body connection. Let's consider a radical notion that goes against the very grain of conventional medical wisdom. What if I told you that most of the diseases affecting us today, even the chronic ones, that perplexes the most skilled of the doctors is not because of some external factors or genetic predisposition? What if it is the outcome of our own minds? I know whatever I just said seems ridiculous, outrageous, and even controversial. We have been conditioned to think of disease as separate entities, something that is invading our bodies from the outside. So there's a constant battle between us and them. But what if the battle is within us? What if the subconscious mind, which is a vast reservoir of our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, is playing the most significant role in our health and well being? Allow me to share a story of my client who came to me on 7th January 2022, and she came with a formidable challenge. She had been diagnosed with a cyst of 7.7 centimeter in her ovary. And as per conventional wisdom, surgery was the sole option. But my client was actually ready to go for this alternate method of treatment. So, in just one session, putting my client in a hypnotic trance like state and using the imaginative faculty of her subconscious mind, we tried to explore how the cyst was formed, when did it form, who all contributed, and if it could be drained. So basically, a surgery, but in my therapy room. I know whatever again I said seems so outrageous, unconventional, but I assure you, I'm only presenting you the reality. Now, brace yourself as I tell you what happened next. So, on 30th of January, 23 days after a session, my client was summoned by a doctor. And as she lay on the examination table, they were both in for a surprise. Why? The cyst had now dissolved to 2.1 centimeter. Surgery no longer needed. Now, this is not just one of a story of a miraculous healing. This is the power of the subconscious mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, as Melinda and Shruti mentioned, I am a clinical hypnotherapist, a regression therapist, and a wellness coach. And before that, I used to be a geophysicist. So I bring the science also behind it. I feel the profession that I've chosen, basically, I didn't choose it. The profession chose me. It's my inner calling. So I'm not only a graduate, I've done my master's and I've also got my doctorate also in this. So not just regression, transpersonal. So I work on physical, psychological, and psychosomatic issues. So today, as I said, I'm going to take you guys on a journey of mind and body connection. So before I take you on that journey, like that story which I just told you, sometimes seeing is believing. So this is my first case story in which you can see psoriasis, a physical issue where it's showing up. So basically, my client had it not only on the one of the cheeks as I'm showing here, but both the cheeks, stomach, back, and it was red, and he was treating it with medicine, oral medication, and application medicines for 2+ years, no change. So just by the use of power of the subconscious mind, when we understood why he was suffering for it, when did it start, and if it could be reversed, and you can see the changes in just 8 days without any medication. This is the second story where my client basically she didn't come to me for hair fall issue. She came to me because she was She had a childhood trauma where she lost her dad at a very young age. And when we started working, this hair loss, it seems that bald patch started back then. She was treating you with um, trichologists, skincare doctors, so many, nothing worked. Until we went back and we kind of healed the trauma. This is another story. Another of my clients, you can see the bump in her neck. She had a cervical disorder. And this would always flare up when she would be in a difficult situation or something which she was not comfortable. Maybe even if she's driving in a difficult condition or anything which is difficult, it would flare up and it pain. And you can see the bump would harden. And when I started working with her, she went back to exactly when she was 2 years old. And that's the exact time when our parents got separated. And she was holding on to that trauma for this long. She's now 47 years old. So, some more results. This is again unbelievable, but this client of mine had diabetes. And as we started working, in just 1 month, her diabetes results came in the normal range for the first time ever in 10 years. I don't know if it's visible. So you can see it became 5.5 HbA1c results, first time ever. This is a client of mine who came for weight loss.
Hello, sorry to interrupt, Sreemanti. We're able to see only your first slide, so I don't know if you're moving them or not.
I am moving and it's showing me on my results. Where are you?
Yeah, we're on the first slide, the power of subconscious mind. Can you reshare again, please? Thank you.
Oh. I moved so many slides since then.
Can you reshare, please?
Yes,
Let's
I'm
see.
sharing. Can you tell me?
Yeah. Can you use the presentation mode?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
second. So can you see now?
Yes,
Is this
we're able
okay?
to see. We're
This
able
is
to see.
okay. So
Yeah,
this
we're
was this was about me where I spoke about myself and my journey so far. And these are the case stories I was showing about my psoriasis client, the patch on his cheek going away. This is a client who came to me, not just for hair loss. The bald patch, as you can see, has completely recovered when we worked on the trauma when she lost her dad at a very young age. This is a client of mine, as I was talking about the cervical disorder, and you can see it completely flattened. Thank you, Melinda, for bringing this to my notice. Now, is it all visible? Is it visible? Please unmute and tell me. Hello? And this was the diabetic case I was talking about.
Yes, yes, Sreemanti, it is
Perfect.
visible. Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So this was the 5.5 HbA1c results I was talking about. This is a weight loss client I have, which is again telling how we can use the power of the subconscious mind even for our weight. Okay. Though she came for weight loss, she also had constipation issue. She had fear of flying. All of this got sorted. Okay, apart from the weight. So you can see the before and after of the weight. And like her, I have many, many. This is a client of mine who came to me for thyroid. Um, she was based out of US, and we were doing online sessions. And in just a month's time, her TSH levels from 7.51 became 4.19. You can see the results. The red boundaries is marking that change. This one is again a client from US. As you can see, from 5th of January, her HbA1c results were 6.5, and now she's non-diabetic, 5.2. Now, how is this all happening? So that's where the story of mind and body connection come. And as I said, I'm going to take you on that journey to understand the intricate play of each of these, to understand how we are co-creating diseases in our body. First, let's begin with the mind. But in pretty layman terms, the mind is a software and the body is the hardware housing that software. So let's understand this component of the software first, the mind. So this is how the mind looks like. It comprises of two major components: conscious mind, 10 to 12%, subconscious mind is 80 to 90%. The conscious mind thinks, decides, feels, analyzes, and rationalizes. The subconscious mind basically is a database. It controls all our autonomous functions. It has answers to all your queries, like the why me syndrome. So, why is it that I have claustrophobia? Why is it I have gluten allergy? All the whys are stored here. The subconscious mind has a sub part to it. Okay. The primitive mind, the wiring that we are born with. So, we are born with the instinct to fight and flight. Whenever we are exposed to any kind of threat, danger, or stress, this automatically kicks in. So, just by the look of the subconscious mind, you can see it is not only 9 times bigger, it's 6,000 times more powerful. Let me give you an example of subconscious mind, where I'm just trying to emphasize the fact the subconscious mind never fails. Like you meet someone on the supermarket and you're like, I know this person. The name doesn't come then. And 3 days down the line, when you're not even thinking about that episode, poop, the name comes up. What just happened? It's just that the subconscious mind delivers. Okay, it took time, it took 3 days, but it never fails. So if you give a command to the subconscious mind, it will comply. So and all I'm trying to say again is by looking at the size, you can see it's 9 times bigger. It's also 6,000 times more powerful. So we perceive the world around us through our five sense organs. The information first comes to the conscious mind, stays there for 1.5 hours. Okay. After that, the information is pushed down to something called the critical filter. Now, this is something which we are not born with. Basically, it's a layer of judgment. It's a belief system. It's our learnings, conditioning which comes through seed, socio-economic education, and religion. So by the age of 8 years, it's completely formed. So the information is here, say for about 24 hours. Sometimes, even without lifting a finger, we're exhausted because our mind processes 4,000 message units per minute. Imagine the clouding in the critical filter. And luckily, clearing of the critical filter happens through very basic means: sleep, meditation, breath work, and hypnosis. So after that 24 hours, if that information is not rejected, it gets pushed down to the subconscious mind and goes and stores itself in the database of the subconscious mind in the painful or the pleasurable folder. Now, whatever you have experienced, the good, bad, ugly, since you have already experienced it, goes in the pleasurable folder. Whatever you haven't goes in the painful. So we are wired in a way that we reject new ideas and new experiences, even though it can be beneficial to us. Skepticism comes natural to us. I'm sure many of you might be rejecting what you're hearing from me because it's your first time, and that's okay. All I'm trying to say is the subconscious mind can be retrained. It's all about pushing the information from the painful to the pleasurable folder through continuous bombardment of positive suggestions. So, in hypnotherapy, we bypass the critical filter. So, we straight away leverage the subconscious mind. And subconscious mind is not only 9 times bigger, it's 6,000 times more powerful. Results will be, of course, amazing and long lasting and forever. It's like you're going to the core of the problem. So let's understand the hardware, the body bit. So basically, when in stress, by the way, 90% of the doctor visits in United States alone has been attributed to stress in the year 2022. So stress plays a major role. So how is stress impacting our hardware? So when in stress, as I was saying in the beginning, when in stress, our body's sympathetic nervous system kicks in. And when that happens, flight and fight response is activated. So we go to a fight or a flight mode. Adrenaline and cortisol are released. These are stress hormones, and they act as a loudspeaker, informing the rest of the organ system to go on that fight and flight mode. Our muscles can be in a contracted position for an extended period of time, impacting our musculoskeletal system. During stress, we might be breathing harder, faster, hyperventilating, okay, impacting our respiratory system. Even our heart rate increases in stress, racing and pacing, you know, uh, even a small issue when we are in stress, like maybe stuck in traffic jam or whatever, can create that because the stress button is on. So, impacting our cardiovascular system. The endocrine system is impacted because when in stress, we need to fight and flight, right? And for fighting and flighting, we need an extra boost of energy. So, there's more sugar in our blood, impacting our endocrine system. So, the first organ which gets impacted in stress is our gastrointestinal system. Because when in stress, we either tend to overeat or we don't feel hungry at all. You know, this is something which each one of us have experienced. You know, when you are in, like, suppose you're going to go on stage, you'll feel butterflies in your stomach. So, our stomach, that's also called our gut instinct. So, the gastrointestinal system is the first one which gets impacted in stress. Even our reproductive system, with low sperm count and haywire menstrual cycle. So basically, so far, whatever I've said, maybe you guys knew from before. What is the connection? The connection is the key here. Basically, we have four bodies, but all the time we are focusing on our fourth body, the physical body, because that is what is known to us. So when a problem happens, or when a disease or a symptom, we try to address it by taking medication, but the medication suppresses the problem. We do not address it, we do not take it out from the root. But the best holistic approach is when you understand the four bodies. So what are the four bodies? The first body is called a thought body or a causal body. Now this body can go completely unmonitored. 4,000 message units per minute. If we start monitoring, we'll go bonkers. But every thought has a frequency. It's like a potential energy. Thoughts in motion creates emotion in us. Luckily, this body can be monitored because we know most of the time what are we feeling. We're feeling angry, sad, worried, happy, whatever that emotion is gets mapped to the third body, the energy or the chakra body. Now let's say you're feeling sad. You do not go and consciously open up the tear tap or tear gland. It's all happening automatic. So, and finally, it impacts our physical body. The energy finally translates to the physical body. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit more, dive a little bit deeper into the chakra, energy body, and the emotional or the astral body. The energy body. So basically, there are 7 energy centers in our body. And on top of these energy centers is our major glands. Now, that's pure biology. Now, based on what you thought, which you don't remember most of the time, but it has a train of energy, like you feel just by the thought, it has an impact on you. It's like a potential energy. So the thought creates an emotion, the emotion makes your glands secrete. So the over secretion or under secretion creates an imbalance and can show up as a symptom on the physical body. So the 7 energy centers is root, the gland is adrenal. The next is the sacral chakra, gonad gland. Then the solar plexus, pancreas. Heart is thymus gland. Throat is thyroid gland. Third eye is pineal gland. And crown is hypothalamus gland. Now let's understand the emotional body right now. Basically, there are 4 emotions which create havoc in our body. The first is when I have done something wrong. I feel guilty because I know. Nobody else knows, but I know that I've done something wrong. Somebody has done something wrong to me. I feel anger. And there are situations where I feel hopeless and helpless because it's beyond my control. So the helplessness. But if you see, these 3 emotions that I'm just stated are all related to your experiences from the past. There's another emotion which creates havoc is the fear and anxiety of things which have not even happened. So Even that emotion is from the future, the worry of something which has not even happened. So, what is it that I can do right now? And that's why the present is a gift where we take actions. It's the moment of action. So you have done something wrong, you take responsibility and do the rightful actions. Somebody has done something wrong. By the way, guilt has a strong play on your kidney, on your liver. Anger turned inwards can cause cancer. It's so much of toxic. Helplessness and hopelessness has a huge impact on your stomach. Fear and anxiety has a huge impact on your skin. So anger, somebody has done something to you, but you have to let go. You cannot let that toxicity damage you. Helplessness and hopelessness. At any given point of time, you know where you stand. So you can always get and prepare and you can upgrade yourself. Fear and anxiety, well, in that, you can only prepare yourself by thinking ahead and planning ahead. That is all you can do in your hand. That's in your hand. That's where you should put your action and your energies, not on the fear part. So that's where the mindfulness comes up. Your body is in the present, but is your mind? Either we are living in the past or we are trying to go into the future. And we are completely losing connection with our present. So, what's a disease? Disease is a glitch in the software. Okay, it always impacts the software first and eventually manifests as symptoms on the hardware. And as I said to you before, we just look at the symptoms and we try to suppress it. But that's not the right approach. So basically, when we are doing this, we are actually ignoring important notification from your mind and body. When you're ignoring these messages, over time, they can become louder and more persistent and eventually can become a severe or chronic condition. But the whole idea is now that you know all the four bodies, the best holistic approach is when you look at the problem in all the various levels of existence and not just try to suppress it, finish it off with. If you do not have time for yourself, then who has? So again, I have these some more case stories which I'll quickly take you through. This story which I began with in the initially. So this is where you can see the cyst has completely dissolved to point where surgery was no longer needed. There's a client of mine who had Crohn's. Crohn's is an extreme form of IBS, and if not treated on time, it can cause cancer. And as you can see, he's completely come out of it. This is a client of mine. The mother wrote this review that the daughter was suffering from constipation for more than 3 years, and several medication doctor visits didn't help. And like she would not poop for 20-21 days, and when she did, she would just faint, like she'll pass off. So all of that completely reversed just by the use of the power of the subconscious mind. So basically, as I was telling you in the beginning, how is this happening? Because of course, the subconscious mind is not only 9 times bigger; it's 6,000 times more powerful. Now, this is publication in the health magazine, which is done in the way back in 2006. So the recovery rate with hypnotherapy is with just 6 sessions is 93%. With CBT, that is behavioral therapy, 22 sessions, 72% recovery. And psychoanalysis, 600 sessions, 38% is the recovery rate. All I want to just end this session by saying the journey begins now when you understand that the potential to transform lies within you. So, and you can completely unleash your full on potential. So I am Healing with Shri. My brand is called Healing with Shri, and you can reach out to me in any of this social media platforms that I've just mentioned, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, LinkedIn, everywhere. And my my email ID has been mentioned, and so is my website. Anybody wants to? This is my QR code. This is the book. This is where I have talked about all these case stories and the transformation, and also how the power, which I also shared with you, the power of the subconscious mind. The only way out is in. I am open to any questions if anyone has.
Thank you, Sreemanti. Your presentation on the power of subconscious mind in relation to health was simply outstanding. And you very skillfully navigated. You showed the results of the people, and those were amazing. And thank you for sharing your expertise with us. And our audience are really impressed by the things you have showed. And also, many of them have questions. They posted
I
some
am
questions here.
sure I didn't
Uh,
see. Actually, I was on a full-on screen mode. First of all, I want to say sorry for the like when my screen was not showing. First, and I wasted some precious time of the audience of
No
the
problem.
ideas.
It happens. It
Yeah.
happens. Well, no worries. So, thank you so much. And we all thoroughly enjoyed your session. We have multiple questions, but I think we will ask one or two questions here. And then, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's Srimanti. And I hope you scanned her QR. You can, either way, you can post that in the chat, Srimanti, so that our audience can reach you. And Melinda will be asking you a question.
Yes, thank you so much, Sreemanti, for the wonderful presentation and showing the results. Yes, people are suffering with a lot of skin problems nowadays. So, getting the right doctor is a big task.
Yes, true. Melinda, you got cut off.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Can you repeat? You got completely. I couldn't hear. It just.
Okay.
You told me yes.
Okay.
People
Okay.
suffer from skin issues. Yeah.
Yes, nowadays people are coming with lot of skin problems, right? So
Yeah.
getting the right doctor is really a very big task. So thank you so much. You are on this stage and people can able to contact you. And so yes, people have many questions. So I'll post with one question. So here is a question from the audience. So how does the mind body connection play a role in chakra based healing?
Uh, how does our mind body play a role in? Can you also type because somewhere you're muting off? How does our mind and bodies? I heard
Yes.
that. Then sorry.
Let me take.
How does your
How does
mind
the
body?
mind body connection
Yes.
play a role
Yeah. Is that the question? Is it over, Melinda? You gone again. So,
in
guys, sorry. Go ahead. You're saying something. Can anybody please type a question so that I would love to answer?
okay,
No,
maybe some technical issues you
that
can.
is the question. I hope you understood the question. How does the mind body connection play a role in a chakra based healing?
Ah, okay, perfect. So, what I want to say is this. So, chakra, what is the word? Word chakra means wheel. It's a Sanskrit word. So, there are seven energy centers in your body. Okay, and on top of this chakra, as I just mentioned, on these energy centers is a major glands. And each of this center, each of this position has a direct connection to your physical, psychological issues. Okay, suppose let's say solar plexus, which is your stomach. Okay, the gland is pancreas. If there's a block in there, it has an impact, and you can have problems like IBS, you can have bloating, you can have constipation, food allergies. Okay, that is the physical aspect. Psychologically, you can have issues like lack of control, lack of power, feeling hopeless, helpless. All of these, physical and psychological both. The chakra based healing is when we look at these energy centers and we try to balance. And when we kind of balance, we align ourselves and go to the best version possible of ourselves. So each energy center has a significant impact on your physical and psychological issues of your life. And it's not just metaphysical, there's a biological impact as well. So let's say throat, thyroid gland. Throat is thyroid gland. So this chakra in this, you're supposed to be it. This is a state of self expression. Okay, your how do you value, how do you see yourself, what is your value of your own self, validation. So that's a psychological aspect. Physically, if this is blocked, you can have thyroid, you can have neck issues, you can have tonsillitis. So all of these plays a role. So when we look at the blocks, we look at all of them. So when I'm in my practice, I begin with this, so I can see. So in my practice, when I'm working, suppose somebody comes to me, let's say for psoriasis, and that person has not told me that he or she is also having constipation. When I'm working energetically, I can find out this is also the problem. And it's a holistic approach. We just don't look at one problem. It is looking at everything, because everything, you are one body. Four bodies making one body. So it's a holistic. When we all align, that's when you get the best benefit out of it. Make sense?
Thank you, Srimanti. That's very well answered. So I think audience got that. You can post your, contact details in the chat so that people can reach out to you. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's Srimanti Gijare. Well, thank you so much, and we're honored to have you on this stage. Looking forward to, for the next sessions. So please join our next session. This May Sunita. Yeah, that's her next session. Let's join over there and encourage her. Thank you.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Thank you, Sreemanti.
Thank you.